Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jag, and in today's class, we're going to continue with our Math 5-6 content. What we're covering today is going to be the order of operations. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so here we are. And again, the order of operations is basically known as BEDMAS, okay? Or basically PEDMAS, which means the same thing here. Okay, so the parenthesis or the brackets is basically what we're doing at the very beginning. So I'm going to write it on the side here. So this is the order in which you are doing the operations, brackets, then exponents. Okay, so the DNM is basically the division. So let's just make it come down. Division. Okay, and the multiplication. And they're usually done together, okay, at the same time. Okay, or you're basically just doing it in the left to right manner. The A stands for addition. Okay, and the S stands for the subtraction. And the same thing with addition and subtraction. Okay, I'm going to do both of these applications together at the same time from left to right. So we're going to try just some very simple equations or expressions here. Okay, so say I have 9 minus 2 times 3. Okay, so now if I look at this expression here, I see I have a subtraction sign and the multiplication sign. If you look at the top at BEDMAS, okay, I notice that I have to multiply before I can subtract. Okay, so I'm going to put the equal sign here. And it's going to be 9 minus, and we're doing 2 times 3, which is 6. Okay, and our answer here is going to be 9 minus 6, which is equal to 3. Okay, does everyone see that? So let's try, good. Let's try another example here. Okay, let's try this one. So I'm doing 8 times 3 minus 2. Okay, so one more time, we're looking at the BEDMAS. I want to make sure that I am multiplying, okay, in this example, before I subtract. So we're going to do 8 times 3, which is 24. Take away 2. Okay, and 24 take away 2 is equal to 22. So that's my final answer. Okay, so you can see it is quite simple. Okay, I just have to make sure I'm following the order here. Okay, so with that, let's go to the next example. Okay, so this time we're going to do 8 divided by 2 plus 2. Okay, so again, I want to make sure that I am dividing, okay, before I do my addition. So in this case, I'm going to do 8 divided by 2, which is equal to 4. And after I divide, I'm going to add the two numbers together. So 4 plus 2 here, which is equal to 6. Is everyone with me so far? All right, good. And let's go to the next example. Okay, we're going to try a bunch of different examples. Make sure you put this in your notes, okay? So we're doing 2 plus 8 and times 3, okay? So look at your BEDMAS, okay? I want to see which signs I'm using here. I have the addition and the multiplication, okay? And I want to make sure, again, I'm multiplying before I do the adding, okay? So with that, we're going to do 2 plus, and then 8 times 3, so 24, like this. And this time I'm doing 2 plus 24, which is equal to 26. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to the other questions. Okay, that might be maybe just a little more complicated. So let's try this one. Okay, so let's do something simple first. So 27 minus 7 times 3. Okay, and I should always just remember that I have to multiply and divide before I add and subtract, okay? So what I want to do is the 7 times 3 first. So 27 minus 21, like this. Okay, and then I'm going to subtract it. So I'm doing 27 minus 21, which is equal to 6. Okay, and let's try examples where we're doing the division. So I have 15 divided by 3 plus 2. Okay, so again, I want to divide first. So I'm going to do the 15 divided by 3, which is equal to 5. And now I'm going to add these two numbers together. So 5 plus 2, which is equal to 7. Are there any questions so far? Okay, so now we're going to add not just 3 terms. Let's try an example where we have 4 terms. Okay, so let's try this one. So 8 plus 16 divided by 4 times 2. Okay, so now say I'm doing this question over here. Okay, I do want to make sure I'm dividing here, and then we're dividing this, and then we're multiplying this. Okay, so let's do one at a time. So I'm going to make a line underneath. Okay, again, make sure you're using integers. We're using the sign in front. So this is positive 16 divided by 4, which is equal to 4, like this. And you keep everything else the same. Okay, so we just did 16 divided by 4 here, which is equal to 4. And now I see I have the addition and the multiplication sign, but I want to multiply before I add. Okay, so what we're doing here is 4 times 2, which is equal to 8. Okay, and lastly, we're going to add these two numbers together. So we're doing 8 plus 8, which is equal to 16. Okay, and 16 is my final answer here. Okay, does everyone see that? And again, if you do get confused, I always make sure I just underline, okay, whichever expression I want to do in each step. Okay, and therefore I know I have the right answer. Okay, so let's try one more example here that has 4 values. So we're going to do 40 minus 10 times 3 plus 2. Okay, so again, I'm just going to look at all of the expressions within the expression, all of these values I have, and the terms. I see I'm going to subtract. I have multiplication and addition. Okay, again, I remember I need to multiply and divide first. Okay, so here it does make a difference in terms of the sign. Okay, so I did just underline the 10 with the negative sign that is in front. Okay, so here it's going to be negative 10 times 3, which is equal to negative 30. Okay, and then plus 2. Okay, so in this case, because I just have the addition and subtraction sign. Okay, so I'm just going to do it from left to right here. Okay, so 40 minus 30, which is equal to 10, plus 2. And you add it together, which is equal to 12. Okay? Are there any questions? So let's go to the next example. Okay, so 100 plus 10 times 5 plus 2. Okay, so same thing here. Okay, I want to do the multiplication first. So I'm going to do 100 plus 50. And then, so we just did 10 times 5, which is 50. Okay, and I can just add all of these numbers together. I'm doing 100 plus 50 plus 2. So 152. Okay. Are there any questions there? Okay, so yeah, so that looks good here. Okay, this is how you do BEDMAS. Okay, make sure you are just checking like the expressions here. Okay, and again, if you do have a question like this, okay, and it's adding and subtracting, you should just be doing it from left to right, okay, to get the final answer. All right, and in this case, we did the multiplying first, and then we added all the terms together. Okay, so let's try one last example. Okay, so we'll do 50 minus 25 divided by 5 plus 5. Okay, So again, don't get confused, okay? We're going to do the division first. I'm going to do negative 25 divided by 5, which is negative 5. Okay? So we're just doing what I underlined here. We got negative 5. Keep everything else the same. And in this case as well, because we're adding and subtracting, you're just going to do it from left to right. So 50, okay, minus 5, which is 45, plus 5, okay, which is equal to 50. All right. And that's how you're using basically BEDMAS, okay? So one more time, the BEDMAS, the B represents the brackets, E is the exponents, D and M is going to be division, multiplication, and the A and the S represents the addition and the subtraction. Okay, so that looks good. All right, and if there are no questions, that does bring this video to an end. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Thanks, bye.